Hello, welcome to the Chamael Corp. My name is Chris, and today you're going to notice things are a little different. My room is essentially torn up right now. It's going to be waterproofed, so I need to get everything out. I need to tear the drywall out. But today, in lieu of having more of the build to show you, I'm going to talk about something equally as important. As you're building, you need to figure out what colors everything are going to be painted, and it's not as easy as you might think. So stick around because I've got a couple of tools that I think might help. Okay, so part of the mental gymnastics you're going to have to go through as you're starting this build is you're going to have to figure out your color scheme, right? And there are a couple useful tools on Google that can help you. One is called MandoCreator and one is called Mando Maker. Those are the top two hits if you type in Mandalorian Designer. After looking at both of them, I'm kind of partial to MandoCreator. So let's go ahead and click on that guy, and that's at MandoCreator.com. You can kind of see I've already been in here. I've already been playing around a little bit. But what you basically have the ability to do is come over here to the left and select each part of your build. So the first thing I did was I came through and I set all of my flight suit to a gray color because my flight suit is a dark gray. And the whole objective here is trying to figure out what color to paint your armor. Does it look good when it's set against the flight suit? Does it complement the other pieces in your set? And that's what we're kind of doing. So obviously you can see the first thing I did was I came down here to upper body, went to the chest, and you can go through and you can create other chests based on whatever you're trying to achieve here, right? This is close to what I'm using, so I went with it. And then you come down here to chest, and you can set your top and your bottom colors, right? So obviously you can see that adjusts the colors like that, yeah? So I'm just going to use the same old hex code that I had just to match those two up, right? You know, and then you can go through and you can just hit the other pieces. So, okay, shoulders. So let's look at these. We can come through and we can actually select some of the different heavy bell, gunslinger bell, pauldron. That's weird. I'm just going to go with the standard bell on mine. And I'm probably going to take the bicep piece off as well. And then just coming in and it's like, okay, well, maybe we'll just stick with that yellow for right now, just to illustrate things, right? Come through, let's back up. Let's look at the biceps again. We're going to go none. And then we're going to come down here and we're going to go none. Okay, that cleans things up a little. It does look like I forgot to maybe do a little bit on the chest armor. Or no, sorry, not the chest armor, the flight suit. That's okay. Then you can come down here to the gauntlets and you can say, okay, well, let's do like a gunslinger there, and maybe let's do a heavy here, right? Okay, cool. We got those. You can come through and you can be like, okay, well, what do I want this to look like? Maybe I want that to be black, but maybe not that black. Maybe I want it to be like a dark, like there, 2F, 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 right? You know, the other one may not match. Maybe the other one is something completely different. So, you know, we can come down here and we can do something dark and rugged like that, right? So we can start to put this thing together and we can start to see what exactly is going on here. So this is something that I've been messing around with a little bit. This Mando Maker site here does give you much the same thing, right? So you come in here, select a base color, boom, it gives you a Mandalorian. Let's say we want to go look at the helmet. Well, you can come down here and you can customize Oh, that's the background. That's crazy. Maybe I want him back there, right? So yeah, let's look at the viewfinder. Okay, we've got a default viewfinder, right? So the visor, you can adjust your color of your visor. So again, it's the same type of thing. It's a similar interface. I just prefer the other one a little bit better. So those are the best two options I have found. If anybody else has any others, I invite you to put that in the comments section. Okay, so that was a quick, I guess, tutorial of these tools, how you can use them and how you can get to a point where you start to understand what colors are going to look cool together and what is clearly not going to work. I think the key takeaways are there should be like some coordination of color between your armor pieces, right? You know, don't have like one red bracer and one yellow bracer and one green shoulder and another blue shoulder and maybe a silver chest with a brown helmet, right? You don't want to do that. That would be weird. And also you need to figure out, based on the color of your... Why is English so hard? Based on the color of your flight suit, what colors are going to stand out against that? So again, me having a dark gray flight suit, I want to stay away from like grays and browns in my armor pieces, right? Because those are just going to blend in, and I want those to be visible. I want them to pop. I want them to be seen. So if you have other things that you have done as far as getting color schemes set or tools that you use, please hit up the comment section and let everybody know what those are. If you have any questions or comments, please also leave a comment, because either I or someone else would be happy to jump in and answer those. And lastly, if you enjoyed this, consider hitting the like button and also subscribing. I do try to put content out every week. We are focusing on the Mandalorian build now, but we do have some big things on the horizon, which I think are going to be pretty exciting. The build videos, I've already been kind of thinking about those, and it's going to be pretty sweet. So consider subscribing, consider hitting that bell notification so that when I post new content, you get notified. We will see you next time, and until then, keep creating.